So it's about to rain. Just got a notification on my watch that it's going to be a severe thunderstorm, so we're gonna jump to the garage real quick. What is this video about? Well, I messed up. And some smarter people on the internet, let me turn the lights on real quick. That's probably best. All right, so I was saying I messed up. So a few days ago, I posted the video. I'm gonna grab my seat because I'm gonna be sitting a lot today. I posted the video of the rear loop on the MK Design. The MK Design is a company that makes it. The rear loop is this part on the back of my Royal Enfield. And people were like, it doesn't look right. I'm like, what do you mean? They're like, well, there's a lot of space here. And I'm like, yeah, like I wasn't expecting a lot of work. I wasn't expecting a lot, right? It is what it is. And they're like, no, you have it on upside down. I'm like, there's no way I have it on upside down. So went on the website and I have it upside down. So in today's video, I'm going to redo this. It should be fairly simple, honestly. I think I just have to pop the seat off, change the location for the LED bar, and just take it out, swap it up, and push it back in, and then it mounts back into the frame. Fairly simple. While I'm going to do that, or when I'm done with that, I'm also going to go through the bike. I dropped the bike off at the shop that I bought it from, and if you guys have like listened to or watched some of my videos in the past, you know I haven't had the best experiences with this shop. I don't know why I keep going there, but I don't know. I bought it from them. I just expect them to take care of it. I asked them to like go through all the bolts and like make sure the bike is secure. Since, you know, over the winter I adjusted a bunch of stuff that I'm not a great mechanic. I'm still learning. That's why I have these bikes, and that's why I have this YouTube channel, for me to learn how to work on this stuff. But I asked them to go through everything and make sure everything is correct. I'm not sure they did that because they didn't charge me for that, and they seemed very unsure if they did that when I got there. So I'm going to do that because there's no one better out there than me to make sure that everything works. Also, I know that when I got the bike, the cable, this cable that runs the speedometer doesn't work. It just doesn't work at all. So I'm gonna see if I can figure out why it's not working. I think it might be crimped or something like that, but we'll figure that out. So let's jump in. So it's really windy outside, so I'm gonna apologize for that. And just like that, I lost electricity in my garage. Should I keep going? So to remove the rear loop, the first step is to get rid of the electrical harness out back, right? It simply disconnects underneath the mechanism where the seat is held in place. From there, you want to remove the light bar, removing the two bolts closest to the end of the bike, where my hand is now. Once that is done, there are two larger bolts directly to the side of where you cut the frame that bolts the new piece from MK Designs to the original frame of the bike. Make sure to take the rubber grommets out as well. Once all of those bolts are removed, you have to pull the rear loop out. And since we used a soft mallet to get it in, it was not an easy pull out. But with a little patience, you got this. So now that I have the rear loop out from MK Design, I'm basically taking the mounting hardware and flipping it to the other side. So when I insert it back into the back of the bike, the mounting hardware is on the correct side. So it goes underneath the loop itself, and then it goes up towards the mounting of where the seat is. All right, so before I wrap it up, so metal piece goes underneath this and up, you know what I'm talking about. There's a metal piece that goes on the bottom side of this and it connects here. The grommet goes there, washer on top. I put all of the actual hex, like the heads, facing up. And this is the metal part on the other side, so it goes like whoop. These screws attach to the license plate holder, which I didn't have on before. These bolts hold on the light, which is there. Everything sucks right in. There's nothing holding it in outside of these two, but it's still pretty damn stiff. And there's no weight on it. All the weight's here and here. Well, it's still on. I don't know what else you could do to decrease the side, like this gap, right? Because you basically have to push it down for it to like sit there. And there's no way for me to like, I guess when I sit on it, even then, it's this plastic thing more than the front of the seat, right? Because that's what I want, and that's what I'm getting. It's not crazy, it's just it doesn't look great. And during this entire time, I left my key in my bike, and now my battery is dead. And my trickle charger isn't here. So hopefully I don't ride this bike tomorrow. It's really shitty. Damn it. I knew I was going to do that. I went inside, I was like, I'm going to get some water, and then I was like, you know, I'm really hungry. So I made dinner. And I came out, and the back light wasn't on. And I knew what happened. I knew right then and there. I'm an idiot. All right, I've got a little bit left to do on this bike tonight. I just want to like clean it up. I want to go through all the bolts. I want to go through everything that I touched and just make sure it's still tight. So I need to figure out if I can get my hands on not an owner's manual, but a like shop book of this bike, because I want to know the torque specs, because some of the more important things I adjusted, like suspension and whatnot. I just want to make sure everything's good. So let's get tightening. So I was just able to completely pull my grip off because it wasn't actually set in place. So I also need to put my mirrors back on because I want to be safe and whatnot, because it's important to be safe. So what do I do here is this. This is coming off, and right now it's a little too tight. And no matter like, if you put a little wire on it, or there's like a lot of different options. What I like to do is I just like to coat this with some electrical tape, like a good amount. And then I spray it down with some hairspray, slides on, and then it stiffens up. It's kind of like my smart thing. Let's see. It's already starting to dry. Since no one wants to watch me poke around on my bike, here's a time-lapse sped up to 2000%. So, went over all of the bolts. Everything seems right. I'm just gonna give it a quick little cleanup. Basically, okay, so like what I did, right? I checked the bolts here, the new levers that I got, new clip-ons that I got, had to reround something. Checked that the clip-ons are attached to the triple trees, checked that the triple trees are attached properly, and checked them here, as well as the fender brace. Did not check the wheels. I should probably check that the wheel is to spec. Check the triple tree on this side, the clip-ons there. added the mirror back on, attached the grip, and as you can tell, it's there. Set the levers. I actually haven't set the vertical of it. I feel like I need to. I just don't know how much I can actually do that because things get kind of really complicated up here. Check the rear set. So the rear set on this is the shift linkage. Tighten that up, I brought this up a bit more, a little more angular. Check the rear suspension. Check the rear suspension on this side, check the rear set here. Overall, I think I did a pretty good job. I'm gonna like ride it a few more times over the next few days. Hopefully when it dries out and Ian can bring me my trickle charger. And then I'm just gonna go through everything one more time just to make sure, right? Obviously they didn't check all of the bolts because I found issues. Once again, don't go to this dealership in Michigan. If you know what I'm talking about, don't go there. If you're interested about buying a Royal Enfield in Michigan, DM me. I'll tell you one to avoid. So let's clean it up. So bike's clean. Feel good about it. It's a good looking bike. It really is a good looking bike, and I just feel like I haven't ridden it this much this year. I've only gone on like 2 rides with it this year, and you guys haven't even seen that yet. Maybe my next video on this bike should just be like the first ride of the bike again, and then we have a conversation about how much everything costs, because I'm a few grand into this bike now. I don't know what to do with it. It's really nice. I really like it. I really value my partnership that I have with Royal Enfield. I have too much shit. That's what it comes down to right now. I just have too much shit. So many bikes and cars and just stuff that I don't need anymore. And I just want to simplify. I just want to simplify my life again. It was nice when I lived in New York. I had to simplify. And when I moved to Berlin, I had 3 bags. I couldn't do anything. I had 3 bags. That's all I had. That's all I could bring back. And coming back, I brought like 5 bags back. But now I have like a house and a garage full of shit, and it's not that it scares me, but it's too much. It's all too much. But let me know in the comments below what you want to see about this bike over the next few weeks. I'm more than happy to create a lot of content for you guys. Just let me know, okay? All right, guys. I'll talk later. Thanks for watching. This video is a little different, but I appreciate you all. Bye.